So here we go. All right, we're rolling. Anna's virtual launch. Okay, well, thanks for joining either live or recorded. I'm going to hand it right over to our guest of honor to share a little bit about like what is going on. What is this even about?
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining here. So I partnered with Arbonne probably like about a couple of months ago, and it's been kind of a scary, exciting kind of experience for me. My good friend Adam, who's out in New York, has been trying to get me on this Arbonne boat for a year. And it kind of came to a point where I was not sure, like I was happy with where I was, but I was wondering what else I could do for my family. Financially, we were kind of living paycheck to paycheck. We had a rough couple of years, and I kind of wanted to do something more, but something for myself. So I'm a nurse, and I've been a nurse for almost 10 years. And as a nurse, I'm kind of a doer and a giver and a provider for others. And I kind of lost sight of what I kind of wanted to do for myself. I wasn't really excited about where I was at my life in my 30s. And so I went to a party actually at Lisa's house and kind of heard just about the Arbonne experience. And I thought, well, this is great. You know, it could be a second income for my family. It could get us someplace. I could have a savings. I could save up for a trip or things for my family. And so I kind of got on board, and the whole aspect of all the products being like pure and beneficial for myself, not only what I'm putting on my skin, but in my body. And it was kind of exciting for me to do something for myself. And then I started to use the products, and I absolutely loved it. So I started as a preferred client, and within the first few weeks, I'm like, I need to, branch out and see if this is the right fit for me. And so I jumped on board, and Lisa's been kind of helping me with my process of getting my business started, which is super scary for me because this is extremely out of my comfort zone. Not really, one to branch myself out and try new things. So this is scary and exciting, but it's been great. Everyone's been super supportive, and so that's kind of where my journey began. So this month is a huge month for me because I'll be promoting to district manager, which is extremely exciting. And there's some financial stability there for my family and I. So this company has been around for about 40 years. It started in 1980, so 38 years. And so the whole concept of it being something that's been around a long time really excited me because I knew these products were of quality. And the big ingredient philosophy around it too made me extremely excited. So in the US Union bans about 10 ingredients from our products, and the European Union, what the Arbonne products are, just in Europe in general for chemicals, they ban 1,500 about, and Arbonne goes above and beyond that and bans about 500. So there's 2,000 ingredients taken out of these products to make them safe and beneficial for you to put on your skin and in your body. All of our skincare is botanically based, and our nutrition is vegan and gluten-free. And sorry, my family can't do anything without me for 2 minutes. So I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. But let me see here. Let me take it back here. So the ingredient philosophy. So it was great to know that what I, was putting on my skin was healthy for me. So it also goes along with network marketing, which is extremely exciting, where people can just go on my personal site, or they can, partner with Arbonne too and go on their own site as well. And it's easy and it's consumable. We have skincare, we have nutrition, we have hair care, baby makeup, just a whole gamut of things that are super fun and exciting. And then we have steps too. You can maybe help me with this, Lisa. I'm getting kind of off track because I was interrupted, but we have steps too. So with the pay scale. So I'm going to hit district manager this month, and then our next step is area manager, which is super exciting because that's kind of a willable level where everything that I make, Arbonne, if something would happen to me, Arbonne will continue sending checks to my family, which is extremely exciting to know that they're going to be taken care of if anything would happen to me. And then we have 2 more levels after that. So anything else you want to touch on, Lisa?
Yeah.
That was super sporadic because
you did such a great job. Yes. So welcome you guys. And oh my gosh, look at Anna. She's like, it's so fun. It's so fun, you guys, to watch people, take a look at like where their life is and be like, you know what, like, do I want more, and not like, is there something missing? Like, are there dreams that I have or that I had that I just don't even think about anymore? And to be able to help people see those dreams and go for them again, like Anna's doing, like you see that and you guys know her, that this is something that, and I'm saying this because you told me that you're just more of kind of an introvert and kind of just get anxious with group things. And it's like, but how awesome is that to see you like, you know what, but I'm willing to work through that because I want more for me and for my family. And that is exactly what this is. That is what Arbonne is from a product standpoint and from a business standpoint. So I'm Lisa, licensed, and I'm an executive regional vice president, and we'll talk a little bit about what that even means. But yeah, like Anna said, so there's only 4 levels, and we can talk about that in a sec. But she is, if you can get to district manager, you can get to the top level. It's doing the same thing over and over. So I was introduced to this company about I'd known about the products for a while, but I just didn't know that there was this business thing attached to it. So I'm a dietitian by trade, and I'll kind of weave my story in and out. But it was about 5.5 years ago that we were kind of like where Anna was, looking for, like, I was pregnant and working full time, and I wanted to be able to have more choices. I loved what I did. I worked in eating disorders and I loved it, but I didn't love that I didn't own my time. Like, I had to go to work because we had to pay bills. I couldn't choose when I wanted to work, how much I wanted to work. I think that's most people, because we needed my income. And we didn't really know how to change that. We didn't know how. It's really hard how do you get ahead? Like, how do you significantly get ahead without adding on a ton of extra hours, or changing your profession, going back to school, and that's incurring a ton more debt. And so we were really stuck of like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have this baby that we tried years to have, and he's going to have to go to daycare. And that's totally fine, but I wanted to see him more than a couple hours a day. So when Arbonne was brought to me, I was totally looking at it for the products. I was like, great, like Anna said, that ingredient philosophy totally floored me when I heard that. I thought I knew all there was to know about ingredients. And I did not realize that what you put on your skin in about 30 seconds, a lot of it is floating around in your bloodstream. And that freaked me out. I was pregnant, had a 9-year-old daughter. I was a little bit annoyed by it, to be honest. I was like, oh, geez, really? Now I'm going to have to, read labels on my stupid shampoo and conditioner. And but what Arbonne does with that is just make it really, really easy. Because of the amount of products we have in terms of spanning lots of different groups, we've got like skincare, like Anna said, we've got nutrition, we've got baby, we've got anti-aging, we've got a spa line. So these are things I was already using. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, so I don't have to learn how to use these products. I'm already using them. I just stopped buying them from Ulta and Target and wherever. And I open my own store and I shop when I want to and get them delivered right to me instead of driving around and purchasing them. So that totally made sense as a consumer too. I was like, oh, okay, well, this actually made it really easy. And then I just kept hearing, so it was a nurse actually who brought this to me, and she had replaced her labor delivery nurse income in 3 months. full-time, and I was her full-time income, and my like jaw literally hit the floor, because I don't know about you guys, but I had grown up with my mom having all kinds of parties like these. Like we had Tupperware, we had Party Light, we had Princess House, we had, I mean, you name it, we had these parties. And I just never heard anybody say they made any money. It looked like a ton of work, and was not looking for a hobby. So when she said that, that would totally just like flipped a switch in my brain of like, oh, well, if she can do it, you know, maybe, and she's a professional, like maybe I can do it. So, so then what kind of transpired after that is, you know, she explained how to do it. And that made a ton of sense too, that it's essentially just swapping out what you're currently using, buying safer products, and then sharing them with people. So that's what I did. I just started sharing. And a question I get a lot I think that a lot of people think, but they don't ask sometimes, is like, okay, that sounds great, but how do you actually make money? Like, because most people, when they start this business or start any business or take on something extra, it's to earn money. And so like, how does this work? So think of this analogy. This is like the easiest way I feel like I can explain it that works in my brain. So when you start your Arbonne business, it's like, you know, say you open a Target, right? And so as an owner of a Target, you get paid on the product that flows through the door, you know? So as people come in, they shop, they find what they need, they go home with it, they come back again when they run out. That's how we make money with Arbonne. So I have a store, and then, you know, I talk to people, I help find the fit for them. What are they needing? What are they wanting? And then they purchase products, and they do it online, and they reorder online, which is a passive income at that point, which is awesome. But then there are some people who are like, hey, this Target store thing you have going on, I want my own. How do I do that? So then I help them get their own store started. So then they have people coming through the door, purchasing things, reordering things. But then Arbonne says, hey, thanks for helping that person set up their store. We're gonna give you a certain percentage of whatever that store does and add that into your paycheck. And so that's how we get paid for doing really like 10 to 12 hours a week of work. That's how our paycheck can grow, not by doing more, but by helping other people get started. And it's not managing these other Target stores or Arbonne stores. It's helping them get started, and then they're independent and doing their own thing. And then they turn around and do the exact same thing. They have people coming into their store and who are like, hey, you know what? I've been shopping here for a while. I want to do my own thing. I want to start my own. And so then they help them start theirs. And that's really, and there's a system for that keeps it part-time. So this is a way that people can, in and around their busy lives. So 10 to 12 hours a week is really like a half hour here. Like this right now this is part of that 10 to 12 hours. It's sitting down and grabbing coffee. It's asking someone to take a look at a video. It's giving someone some product to take home and try. That's really how we do this business in like, you know, half hour here, 20 minutes there, an hour and a half here. And working that consistently, it grows. So this is not like a job where it's you punch in, you punch out, and if you don't show up, you don't get paid. This is something that you grow so that it works for you when you're not there. So on weeks where I'm on vacation or I'm really super busy with my kids or whatever, I still have people in my organization who are working their business, and I still have customers who are still showering and brushing their teeth and washing their face, and they need products, and so they reorder. And that's how this is so dramatically different than a job. So when Anna was talking about those levels, like what does that look like? Because I was totally like, whatever, just show me the money. Like what does this actually mean? So what Anna said about the district manager piece. So she started as one person. We all started as one person. And then as you're doing things like this, as you're sharing this with people and helping them find their fit, maybe they want to just be a shopper. Maybe they want to be a connector for you and, you know, get a few people together and do some facials or do some nutrition. Or they want to start their own business. As you're doing that, you're just more products kind of flowing through your door. Then you promote to district manager. And so that's about $250 to $1,000 a month. And that's based on, again, like this 10 to 12 hours of work, quote unquote, like just, you know, doing your business. And then the next level is area manager. And that's what Anna was talking about, this willable piece, which is so huge. At this point, it's a legacy. So if something were to happen to me when I'm not here anymore, my husband will get my Arbonne checks because I built it. Arbonne didn't build it. They just supplied the product. I built it. That's another cool thing too. I don't have like an Arbonne like room in my house that people have to come and pick up things that they ordered. It ships directly to them. So I make the connection, I find the fit, I help, find the need, and then Arbonne takes it from there. So it's amazing in that regard. No one would ever get their product if they had to wait for me to deliver it. And that is a true story. So that's area manager, and it's about $1,400 to $4,000 a month at area manager level. And then the next level is regional vice president. So this is the level that I'm at right now, and this is about $5,000 to $15,000 a month. And then with that, you also, Arbonne pays you $800 a month to drive a white Mercedes-Benz. So you pick it out. If you want one that's $100 a month, great. Then you just pocket the rest of it. You just, they don't care. And then the top level is national vice president. And so this is about $21,000 per month. And so think about that. Like, think about the job that you currently have, or the work you're currently doing. I know that for me, for sure, working as a dietitian, that there was no way that if I kept doing what I was doing as a dietitian, that my income was going to increase by thousands of percentage points. There was just no way. And that's what's so different about this, that this is something that grows. You build this, you grow it to be whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be a couple $100s a month, great. If you want it to be a few $1,000s a month, great. If you want it to be several $1,000s a month, whatever you want it to be, that we just help you find what's going to actually make sense for you, what's going to make a difference for you to kind of do something, like Anna said, something outside the box. But at least for us, 5.5 years ago, there was really nothing else out there that was going to be able to provide what this can provide. This can provide a very full-time income on very part-time hours. And it's not that it's not work. It absolutely is. It is work. But it's a different kind of work. And you get to help other people also realize, their dreams and help other people. I couldn't do that as a dietitian. I could help people with meal plans. I could help people with all kinds of things. But if they needed, how are they going to pay for rent? If they wanted to pay down credit card debt, if they wanted to work less, I couldn't help people with that. But I can help people do that with this. And so how it works basically when you get started, and I kind of said that in the beginning, is you just make a decision, like, you know what, I want to try something different, and I want to see where this goes. And so when you do that, then you also absolutely have a team beside you. So like Anna said, Adam is her sponsor. And so I sponsored Adam about, a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago. And he's in New York. And so that's so cool. And then I'm in Minneapolis, but then Anna's in Perham, and that's where I'm from. And so we go up there all the time. And so I've been up there, like, kind of, arm in arm, like hip to hip, helping Anna, because Adam's in New York City and he can do tons of stuff virtually, but he can't really be there in person. But that's how we work. Like, that's how we work together. It's just like one team who we're all rooting for one another. And we just kind of step in, when the other person can't be there. And so that's how this works. So one thing to think about, guys, too, there are a lot of companies out there like this, and you've probably maybe you're in one, maybe you're thinking about one, maybe someone is in one or has asked you to take a look. It's super smart. Here's why Arbonne. Here is why us, or what we have going for us that might be a little different than what you've looked at. We're consumable, you guys. So this is huge. This means that people buy our products. We ourselves use our products. We run out of them and we reorder them. So there are people in my organization, my own clients, who purchased these products 5 years ago, and then they used them up and they reorder them. They reorder them every month, every other month, every few months, but then that's a passive income because they just go online and order it themselves. So it's like a royalty, that's like thinking about, like, when you play a song over and over, the artist, gets a percentage of that. So that's huge. There are a lot of companies out there where it's like, they make great jewelry, they make great pots and pans, whatever, but they're not consumable. You have them forever because they're awesome, but then you have to continually go find people to keep purchasing your products. And so that's where ours are you're going to use them anyway. You will always have a budget for what we have. You will always buy them from somewhere. You're just choosing to buy them from your own store. And then helping other people do the same thing. Health and wellness is the other thing that is huge. So we're consumable, but no one's going to wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, I really don't care if I look better or feel better. I don't really care about that anymore. People are going to keep caring about that. And what we have in terms of our ingredient philosophy, abiding to the European Union, like Anna said, is huge. People are becoming pickier and pickier about, I don't just want a protein shake. I want a vegan, plant-based protein shake with, no artificial flavors or colors or dyes. And that is what we have. And it's what we've always had. So, when you're thinking about this, like if you're even like curious a little bit about this, absolutely get your questions answered. There's a few ways to be a part of who we are. There's being a shopper, like Anna was at first. She's like, I want to be that preferred client. It's actually the fee is waived this month, but it's essentially like having that membership. It's like Costco, like gets you through the door so you can get the good discount. And then there's a host. So that's what she's really looking for, is people who want to start swapping out their products for safer products. People, and then choosing your discount. She's looking for folks who want to introduce her to their network so she can spread the word of what this is and why it matters. And then she's looking for people to join her team, to run with her, to like really go for something different and just, make some changes. So that's what she is looking for right now. And so think about this like on a scale of 1 to 5, like 1 being, yeah, I want to help. I want to swap out some products. I think that makes a ton of sense. Show me how to do that. 5 being, how do you get started? Like, what did you do? Like, what would be next for me if I wanted to do something like this? And then Anna's going to follow up with you after this and give her that number, because that's how we know best how to find your fit. And there's no wrong end. There's no wrong number. There's no number better than another. Just pick really in your heart to pick, because everyone starts this scared. Everyone starts this not knowing what the heck they're doing. Everyone does that. So don't let that get in the way. That's how you start anything new, is you don't know what you're doing and you're a little scared about it. So just think about what if, where could I be in 5 years if I start this, and where will I be if I don't? And then get that number to Anna, and then we can take it from there to just kind of help you find your fit. So that's about it. Keeping this short and sweet for you guys. But thank you so much for taking the time to listen in to what she's doing. And just, really think about it. Join her. She's going for it. And holy smokes, who wouldn't want to be on Anna's team? Am I right? All right. So have a great rest of your evening. And do you want to say bye?
Thank you, everyone. And thanks, Lisa, for helping me through this. This is completely out of my comfort zone, so I appreciate it. And hi, Adam.
So good. I love it. All right, guys. Hope to see you very soon. Take care.
All right. Bye.